Hello and welcome to the first ever Kayfabe Is Dead Podcast, where we're going to talk wrestling, WWE, mostly in general. I'm Christian.
And I'm Eddie Saint.
Hey. And this is going to be the first ever, I mean, the name is even temporary. We just thought of this. This was always the plan, if you heard the other podcast, always the plan to have a wrestling podcast, but it was supposed to be done in like May-ish, but we got the time now.
Yeah, we met up for the Royal Rumble and,
For the whole wrestling weekend, man.
Yeah, it's been a great weekend.
And, I mean, I don't know if we could bust episodes out weekly. We're still going to have to figure out how we're going to do it. But expect this week we're going to have a Royal Rumble review, which is going to be today. Raw review, and most likely a SmackDown review, too. So we're going to try to stay busy with the time we got together, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, EJ, anything to say for the first time?
Well, for today, I guess we start with the Royal Rumble review.
How'd you feel about it overall?
I think it was great. I didn't like the ending.
Yeah.
There was some really good matches. Cena versus AJ Styles.
A lot of people are calling it early match of the year. I know you like the Okada Omega, but
yeah, no.
I mean, for
really
WWE
like
at least.
The Okada Omega, but for WWE, I think that was a really good match. We've seen it a couple of times, and I think they get better more and more as they fight each other. So I expect to see it maybe Royal Rumble.
We'll talk about it later, but I feel like they might be a rematch. I don't know. It feels off with me.
Yeah.
But let's start off the Royal Rumble review, how it started off in the thing. And first, before we even talk about this, I wrote this down in my notes. And, we seen TakeOver San Antonio, and I was talking about it with you, EJ, how all the entrances was so, like, grandioso, and it was everything. Like, NXT does have pay-per-views every 3 months. Yeah, they have 4 a year. So, like, when it's an actual pay-per-view, it's something special. Mm-hmm. And so the entrances are special, and, like, the whole stage, it's something different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like when I'm watching a Royal Rumble, a regular WWE pay-per-view that isn't WrestleMania, it reminds me of Raw. You know what I mean? It lacks that special feeling to me.
Yeah, but I more think of it as, they're not going to be there for long. So they want to, give you a taste of what it might look like in, come WrestleMania season or main roster, entrance. But I do not think that, once, like Bobby Roode, for example, he had all those girls with him. He was walking down. He's not going to have that every
No, I don't expect that every time. I don't even expect that every pay-per-view, but like these Royal Rumbles, like I think the big four, they should have grandioso entrances.
Yeah.
And because like their entrances are so plain and boring. Like the best entrance on the main roster, trying to think of it now, it's probably Bray Wyatt, who came from NXT. Mm-hmm. And then before that, the person that hasn't been established from NXT is Undertaker. Like, the entrances, that's the big thing of it. Like, the whole mood, it sets me in a mood, and it gets you excited, and you get this is awesome chance before the match even starts. It's never like that for WWE.
Yeah, I understand that. I do agree with you. They like Bobby Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura in Brooklyn.
It's really everybody's interested in NXT. Sanity, Authors of Pain, like they all just
have something to
tell them, man.
Yeah, and it makes you more interested in what they are. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, Apollo Crews. I mean, he's really a plain character.
As can be.
Yeah, he's a plain character right now. And if you gave him something to make the crowd more interested, then you got it. Like when he was in the Indies, it was the U-Ha combination. Like everybody knew what the U-Ha combination was, and it was that the two flips, the gorilla press. It was a really good move. Now he uses that, but it's just one flip and the gorilla press. Well, the gorilla press and then the one flip. It's not it's the other way around. But it's very dull, and they need to work on those NXT characters coming up that don't get a lot of shine. Like when Neville first came out, it was the Red Arrow, but once too many Red Arrows is just gonna make you boring. So, give him something.
One twist
more.
They added to Neville, which I did like, and it's part of the entrance as well, is the little King Neville thing in the background. Mm-hmm. Like, that's little details that makes a difference in my eyes. Maybe it's just me, though. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Because we were talking about it in TakeOver, just how entrances matter, and it's watered down in the big leagues. Before we get to the Royal Rumble, quick analysis of TakeOver. How'd you feel about it?
I love TakeOver. My favorite match from that card was the Roderick Strong and Almas match. That was my favorite match.
Yeah,
the other matches were really good too.
Most lackluster on paper for sure out of all the takeovers, but it's probably one of my favorite takeovers because every match was good to great. I mean, they didn't put on one bad performance. The women's match, I like that one spot. I mean, I like the whole match in general, but the spot was really cool. And the whole Billie Kay and Peyton Royce storyline was dope.
Yeah.
The main event, it was a slow burner, but at the end, the storytelling, big fan of storytelling.
Yeah,
the tag team match especially, that was my favorite match. It was just, I thought it was a great show. Great show. Better than Royal Rumble, to be honest. But let's get into Royal Rumble. So the pre-show started at, 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Must be lovely. we had to order food at 4 p.m. and hope that we would not be hungry throughout the whole thing. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, we didn't want to miss anything from it because, it was like we thought, this is going to be the greatest Royal Rumble right now.
It had potential.
Yeah, it had so much star power.
It's still solid, but it should have been great.
Yeah.
But let's start with the first match, and it was the 3-on-3 women's match, a 6-woman tag team match. Becky, Naomi, and Nikki against Natalya, Mickie James, and Alexa Bliss. What you thought about that one?
Naomi getting the pin.
That's all. That was the only highlight of the whole match for me.
Yeah, no. It's long overdue. She does need something to do, and putting her in the title picture is really good. She's a very good wrestler. So
underrated.
Very underrated.
Underrated.
And I think she will do really well. I don't know about promos wise, how she's gonna do against Alexa Bliss.
Her character is kind of childish too.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. It's kind of dope. But like the other day, she was like, "And somebody come out and face me, and you're gonna feel the glow." Like
yeah. And I think it's more for the children.
Yeah.
It was a very the entrance is totally for children. Yeah. Everybody. She throws like those glow sticks out. No, it's really cool. But I think this is for her to get more closer with the children, and it shows us as wrestling fans a good wrestling match because Alexa Bliss is also a great wrestler, and I think that will be a really really good match. And then we got Becky Lynch with Mickie James. And Natalya with Nikki Bella.
No feud really ending here. I mean, the Mickie and Becky feud is going to really kick off, and I'm sure that's going to be the Mania match.
Yeah.
If maybe they throw in Alexa Bliss. I don't know what they really going to do.
Or Elimination Chamber. Yeah.
That too as well. I wrote it down. What I see next for the Women's Championship match is I'll probably see like a 6-woman match at Mania or something because SmackDown has a very big division in women's actually. Like Nikki Bella is no joke. She damn near ran the whole division for years. Yeah. You got Nikki Bella, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Natalya, Naomi, and Mickie. I could all see them in a 6-man, and that's not even including Carmella. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. No. But who else? They got Carmella and.
Are you missing Eva Marie? That's the only one.
Eva Marie. Yeah.
Or I feel like we are missing another one, but. Oh well. Then we got for the next match we got Cesaro and Sheamus against that Bullet. I always say Bullet Club. The Club, Gallows and Anderson, and surprisingly to me at least, Gallows and Anderson won.
Yeah, no, I did not expect that at all. I thought Cesaro and Sheamus would go on to at least hold it until Mania. The match, it was slow paced. It was a good match.
Okay. I feel like they had better bouts on Raw.
Yeah,
that one, the first match of them, I don't know if it was their first exactly, but the one where the referee got disqualified, got hit.
Yeah, no, I think it was maybe too late for the Bullet Club to win the title.
Yeah,
after
it's
all
very
that,
late.
having programs with Enzo and Cass, and then the New Day, and I understand they wanted the New Day to retain the championship until they beat the record, but I think that the club should have at least been put in a more powerful role. Whether it was just dominating the whole division, not even having tag team matches, they could have just interfered in matches, injure people, but they got put the way they did, and it sometimes doesn't work.
So the way the match ended is the two referees actually came into play, and Sheamus was going ballistic again, and he accidentally, at first he brogue kicked the referee, and he almost punched the other one. I don't know why he's so damn reckless, but yeah, and the finish ended up to just be
a roll up pin.
It was a roll up.
Yeah, it was a roll up by Carl Anderson and Cesaro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, that was really it. And I don't know. As you said, I think it's too late for the club. I mean, I'm glad they got it though. I'm really glad. But I really enjoyed Cesaro and Sheamus as a team. I hope that they don't break up.
Yeah.
Because that's not what I want. And I do not want to see the 8th match in the series at all. But yeah.
Even though they were good matches. Yeah.
They were, but you can only see it so many times.
Yeah.
But the New Day's reign, it ruined the whole momentum of everybody in that tag team division.
Yeah.
Like, I see more momentum in the SmackDown division, and that's what teams, the Hype Bros, Ascension, I'm
the Fashion Police.
I'm not going to front like Aiden English and the other guy, Rod Villains, got momentum right now, but like
Simon Gotch.
That's his name. But like, I feel like there's more momentum for the SmackDown division than there even is for Raw, which is ridiculous because they got the club, they got Enzo, they got New Day, they have I think that's it. That's really it for them, which is kind of crazy. They gotta get some new tag teams in that division. The Revival, where are you guys? We need you.
Yeah.
But, what do you see next for Gallows and Anderson?
I think they're gonna defend it again at Fastlane, and then the only thing I can think of right now is a Fatal 4-Way tag team match again.
I feel like there's another. What other teams are there? There's New Day,
Enzo and the New Day. I think that's gonna be that
they had that
Mania match.
Yeah,
unless they bring somebody else back.
That's the only thing I can see because you can't really do anything else with the New Day. You can't do anything else with Enzo and Cass, like, and
then the Primo and Epico.
No. That's not gonna happen. Hope not. Yeah. Let's hope not.
I mean, we can't. I can't lie. I think it was WrestleMania 31 when they were Los Matadores. They actually did put up a good match.
That was when one of the Usos got injured.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. I forgot which Usos. They look exactly alike.
Yeah. Well, I think they can wrestle. It's just the way they're being
the characters,
made.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm from Puerto Rico, and I don't even want to go. we're both from Puerto Rico. We don't want to go.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
So I think that's what's gonna happen with their division.
Now, last match on the pre-show, we got Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks, and Nia, not a squash match, but
glorified squash match.
Yeah, it was basically, she ended it with a pop-up Samoan drop, and yeah, that was really it. I mean, that's not even her finisher. I mean, granted, Sasha Banks is injured. I didn't mind the finish. It was pre-show. They could have done better.
And it makes Nia Jax look really strong.
Yeah,
so,
it makes her look strong. I would have rather her hit her actual finisher, her leg drop, or whatever finisher they give her any day they want, because I swear they switch it up 24/7. Same thing with Braun Strowman. Oh my God, I forget if it's the backwards choke slam, which is stupid, or the running power slam, which is not effective.
Remember when he started with the bear hug?
Oh yeah, he started with the bear hug. Like how many finishers? If you guys are bringing them up to the big leagues, you gotta have them established. You know what I mean? Have an idea or something. But definitely. What you thought about this match?
I really can't say anything about it. Like, it was a 1-2-3 match. It makes for a good story. I think they'll still fight in Fastlane. Mm-hmm. And then God knows what Vince is planning on doing. I
hope, because I don't want so many multi-people matches on Mania, but I hope it's not a Fatal 4-Way. It wouldn't be bad, but I just hope it's not a Fatal 4-Way because they could do more with that. Yeah. What I wrote down is have them fight again at Fastlane.
Okay.
Have it be a little closer. Sasha's recovering from her injury, but at the end of the day, she still loses. Mm-hmm. And then at WrestleMania, have her overcome the Beast and win the fight. And also, the fact that she has a submission makes it look even better, because if you pin them, that kind of ruins their credibility. Yeah. If they tap out, that's a little better.
Or pass out.
Or tap out or pass out.
Yeah.
So Sasha Banks, overcomes. She feels like the big baby face. And then what I wrote is, when we get to the next match, Charlotte versus Bayley at Mania, because it's going to happen at Mania. Mm-hmm. And Bayley wins, because that's going to happen at Mania too. Have Sasha come out and, a congratulatory, she's proud of her.
Yeah.
And then turn on her.
Okay.
And then that starts that feud, and you end that one at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So that's me looking long term because Lord knows WWE doesn't look long term. So because that doesn't work for WWE. But because it reinstates that Bayley Sasha feud, and Sasha got to be solidified as goddamn champion and not just hold the shit for a month.
Yeah,
defend that damn belt, and then you could after that you can have Charlotte versus Nia. I don't know, whatever. I'm not gonna look too far into that, but now let's get into the first fight on the main card. I thought it was kind of surprising being first.
Yeah.
Thought they should have definitely kicked it off with the Neville Swan match, especially because I thought that match was great, which we'll get to. But Charlotte versus Bayley.
Yeah.
I would say it went like 12 minutes. It had decent time. I felt it needed like 2 more minutes at most.
Yeah.
Just a little more fight from Bayley, but at the end of the day, Bayley did lose by the natural selection.
On the side of the ring side of
which did you know is the hardest part of the ring.
Yeah. I thought that was actually really vicious because I don't know, I saw Bayley's head hit that side of the ring.
Charlotte took a bad bump too.
Yeah,
it was like a flip off the whole ring. And
that
big bump.
There was really good spots in there. I think it will escalate to Fastlane and maybe Mania. I'm not sure what they plan to do with that. Maybe Bayley wins at Fastlane, so it makes more sense.
No way she's winning at Fastlane, bro.
No,
because they want to give her that big Mania moment. But the thing is, to give her the big Mania moment, you got to get the story better. And I like the theme of the story, but I don't think they're playing it off. I like the idea of it. I just don't think they're executing it perfectly. I like the whole Charlotte is born into this and Bayley was kind of just the fan.
Yeah.
I like that whole narrative, but like they gotta execute it better, and they can. But that's not gonna be done by Bayley reading poems on Raw.
What I think is that what they're gonna do is the story that Bayley had in NXT, where every time it would be a championship match, she would lose it until that there's gonna be that one big win, like when she fought Sasha at Brooklyn, first one. So I don't know. I do want Bayley to win it earlier than now, but I don't know. I like Bayley's.
The thing is, this is the future of women. They don't have to throw out all their storylines in 1 year. What I mean? That's the whole thing with it, because the developmental talent should stay developmental. The Peyton Royce's, Billy Kay's, they got to be there for a little more. They need to be there for at least another year.
I think Asuka's ready, though.
No, Asuka's definitely ready, but the thing is, she can't pass the torch to somebody that isn't. Which is one of the problems with NXT.
But then they got, she can pass it to Ember Moon. I mean, Ember Moon does not, she's not a character yet.
Yeah,
but I do think
the way I see it in NXT is Asuka, then Ember Moon, then Nikki Cross, then probably one of those girls.
Yeah.
The Billy Kay's. And I honestly think if they keep that best friend thing going, they could have a really good feud with that.
Yeah.
Thing is, it's going to be blown in NXT, and you're going to forget about it when they go to the main roster. But
exactly.
Billy Kay got that look that Vince McMahon is going to love because she got boobies.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, oh, boobies.
Yeah.
That's Charlotte versus Bayley match. What you thought of it overall? Like, you thought it was good?
I think it was a good match. Just
good
needed
or
to be good.
Good.
It just needed to be
a few minutes
a little longer, and I think it would have been a good match.
Owens versus Reigns was the second match, and again, why? I don't know what's up with this match order. I didn't mind it.
I didn't like it at all.
You didn't like this match order?
I found it a little slow and boring. It's something we've seen already.
Yeah, you before the match happened, you were like, yeah, both of these two guys work together, and I told you, I was like, yeah, but they work together too many times.
Yeah.
And that's what it was here. It was a little bit wrestling fatigue, and I didn't mind the match, and I actually enjoyed it when I sat back on it even more, because then I just recalled all the spots, and really Owens and Reigns both went through hell.
Yeah.
And as much as we shit on Reigns for taking all this abuse, Owens went through tables. He went through the chairs.
Pyramid of chairs.
He got hit with a lot of things. And, I mean, at the end of the day, he won through Braun Strowman interfering, which...
It's weird. It's very weird.
Is the storyline with that because Reigns speared Braun Strowman, so Braun Strowman wanted to get back at Reigns? And is it going to end there? Because you brought up the idea of them going to Fastlane with it, but that doesn't help neither or his push. You know what I mean? If that was a culmination match at Mania, which I wouldn't want either.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, I'd rather that than the Reigns Undertaker and then ruining the whole Rumble. But, but yeah, the Strowman interfering. What do you thought about that?
I thought it was weird. Like, it was out of nowhere. Nobody really expected it.
That's what made it a little better.
Yeah.
Because people were saying Rollins was going to interfere and help Reigns win, but Strowman came into the opposite. So.
Because for that match, I was kind of like, I was half asleep on that match. Once Chris Jericho actually dropped the brass knuckles, I got up a little. I was like, maybe Kevin Owens is going to win. Because I went to watch that match thinking Roman Reigns was going to win. I thought, it'll be either Goldberg winning at the Royal Rumble or The Undertaker and have Roman versus The Undertaker. But when Kevin Owens won, it was like, okay, so who's going to win? Is it going to be Chris Jericho? Or it could even have been Sami Zayn.
Yeah, it was really a great surprise, and I love Owens as a champion. I just hope they book him a little better. Mm-hmm. But his character is good right now.
Yeah.
The problem is his feuds, and sometimes he looks a little too wimpy for me because in NXT he was a badass. Mm-hmm. He destroyed Sami Zayn. He was like the heel that would kind of not run away, but he'll avoid that contact. Like I remember as soon as the Zayn and Owens match started, he rolled out the ring.
Yeah.
And like that was just showing you like. He's going to do whatever he wants.
Yeah, and when Owens first came up to WWE, he didn't want a match unless it was for the championship. I know something switched when he fought Cena at Elimination Chamber, and it was a regular match. I thought it was going to be for the United States Championship.
That's when he got his first win, right?
Yeah, that was when he got his first win.
No, I wish it was for the championship.
Yeah, and like I thought that's what it was going to be, champion versus champion, and then Kevin Owens coming in with both titles, the United States Championship.
That was great back then, man.
Yeah.
They started, I like Owens and Jericho. I love their characters. But I was thinking, Reigns was going to win, and we were going to have Owens versus Jericho for the United States belt, which I wouldn't have minded, but I just like Owens as a champion. I don't want to see Reigns again as champion. Oh, my God.
And I think they should just cut that program, like, right now. Like, that doesn't need to happen anymore. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. I think that was the last match. Oh, yeah. That should be the last match.
It's definitely going to be the last match. I
don't want to see it again, and I'm tired. Like, I'm praying to God on Raw that they do not have the main four.
Jericho,
main eventing. Yeah, because
Rollins,
I am so tired.
Reigns.
For, I think it was this whole month, maybe last couple of months.
It's been like the last few months. I think since the brand split, bro. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Do you know when the brand split happened?
Yeah. And
oh my God! Wow, you just brought back some bad memories, EJ.
Yeah. And I do not want to see Chris Jericho, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Roman Reigns still in the main event picture. They should move on from that. They should bring in somebody new, maybe Samoa Joe. He hasn't shown up yet.
I do not want a Samoa Owens match. We've seen that before. It wasn't the best.
Yeah, but I think more if it's in a bigger stage, maybe it'll be better. I do not want. I want to see Kevin Owens start winning on his own more. This whole thing with having Chris Jericho or Braun Strowman interfere, I don't find it fun to see Kevin Owens like that. He needs to solidify himself more as a champion and not as somebody comes in to help him. Like him getting it handed to him. He should.
What I'm hoping they go. I hope they don't split the Jericho and Owens. I don't want that to split yet. At least I know Jericho's contract is updated every month. And he does have to tour with his band Fozzy, I think their name is, or something like that. I don't listen to it, but whatever. But I'm hoping Finn comes back in time and they have the Finn Owens match Mania for the title.
Yeah.
Have Finn win the title, and then from there you could have Owens kind of jealous of Jericho, and then go for the United States belt. Win the United States belt. Jericho goes on tour with his band and everything. Like that'll be perfect for me.
Yeah.
Because you leave off You leave off a main champion and put him as the mid-card champion. So right there, it elevates that belt. And then you have Finn basically come back right where he left off.
Yeah.
And that would be also Finn's entrance at WrestleMania. give the entrance a championship.
Yeah.
God damn it. But yeah, that's what I think they should do. See, I always think what WWE should do, and I just know every time I say it, they're not going to do it. So
Exactly.
it's just, they're going to have Owens versus Reigns part 25, and they're going to do everything you don't want.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what happened. I felt almost all this card. But now the next match, we got the Neville versus Swan match for the Cruiserweight belt, and Neville winning by submission.
Yeah.
Another submission in the Cruiserweight division. And it had decent time, and I thought it was a great match.
Yeah, I think it was a great match. It was just the crowd wasn't energized enough.
And it was because when you do have a match like they had before Reigns and Owens, it takes the energy out.
Yeah.
And it's because of all those big spots, the table spots, the bronze spot, the knuckle spot, the chair spot, like all those spots drains the crowd. So the Neville versus Swan match the crowd didn't affect me though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Sometimes it does, but in this case, I didn't mind it because I just enjoy Neville's character so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm enjoying Neville's character. I think he's red hot right now. I think he should hold on to that belt for, a good amount of time.
I literally wrote in my notes, hold on to it forever. Like that's how I feel right now about his character. Until the right person comes, do not get it off his hands. They played hot potato with the belt too much already. Keep it in that man's hand and solidify him as the king of the cruiserweights.
Yeah.
Imagine his NXT reign with the cruiserweights belt. Mm-hmm. And then the person that beats him right there, that's how you...
And I think one wrestler that I would love to see him wrestle is Akira Tozawa. I love Akira Tozawa's suplexes. I think it would be very good to see them go off. I don't know whether it can be a Mania match, a Fastlane match. Doesn't really matter to me. I think that just should happen. I think the Rich Swann rivalry would end maybe in 205 Live.
I think it'll end at Fastlane.
I don't know.
I think it'll be a multi-man. I'm tired of these multi-man matches that I keep saying, but I think it'll be a multi-man match for the Cruiserweight. Probably to take that ladder spot. They always give the ladder match the IC title.
Okay.
I think they might give it to the Cruiserweights, have them put on a show.
And I think that would actually work. Mm-hmm. Because the Cruiserweights need something that can get the fans to start drawing in. That would be the match that, they're showing off high-flying skills. You get Cedric Alexander in there. You get Neville.
Rich Swann, Kendrick, Perkins, and your man, maybe Tozawa.
It will be a really, really fun match to watch. And I think that can actually get the fans to say, well, let's look at the Cruiserweights now. That was a great match. I want to see more of this.
What's the perfect example of that? When Kalisto hit that spot that he hit on that ladder match. Mm-hmm. I don't remember when it was. TLC.
Yeah.
Do you remember how far he was boosted after that?
Yeah.
He got pushed into the main event, not main event, but the mid-card team. He completely ignored the fact he was a tag team fighter.
Exactly.
And that's what it could do for you.
But what also helped was Sin Cara was also injured for that.
But that's what a good spot at Mania could do for you.
Yeah.
And he stole, that match, that spot, I was, showing people that don't really watch wrestling, and I was like, yo, bro, just check this one move out.
Yeah.
Because, obviously wrestling is fake, but I'm like, yo, you can't tell me this shit don't work. That shit was dangerous. But yeah, that's what I see next for the Cruiserweight division. Glad they got the belt on Neville. And I like Swan. I like Swan a lot, but they got to solidify that whole division, and having Neville as your top guy, that looks beautiful. Cause he looks legit, Swan, and he is legit.
No, but I think Swan should get the the all night long gimmick back. Where he
did he have that
loved,
in NXT?
Not in NXT. Like people used to chant it in NXT. But it wasn't his real gimmick.
You said that he had it in the PWG, was it?
No, Evolve.
And
PWG and
the thing
wherever
is,
else he was.
WWE hates trans. I'm surprised he still got his name.
Oh yeah. Well, but then that's a lot of wrestlers now. You got Johnny Gargano, Tommaso.
It's only if that's their real name, as far as I know, that they could keep it.
Oh, okay.
So I think that might be all their real names. Like a lot of these characters. Like the Cassius Ohno, and they do get their names switched.
Yeah,
I'm glad they are leaning to not switching names because I hate that name switch. Just acknowledge their past, and the fact that they do got the Evolve connection with WWE, that helps a lot too.
Exactly.
Why change their name? They kind of grew up in your farm system, but now after that we have the next match, and we could say the best match of the card, Cena versus Styles, man.
Yeah, I completely love that match. I do think Cena deserved the win. I didn't think he would win it at Royal Rumble. Maybe they would have had a match at Mania, then he would have won it. It was a really good match. I don't like that, every time they use their finishers, they would kick out. It took Cena five I think it was 5 or 4.
4, but he only kicked out of 2. Yeah, he kicked out 2 because he hit 1 early and then he hit the super FU.
Yeah.
But I'm not calling it the AA. Fuck you, PG Wrestling. Kayfabe is dead.
Yeah, no, I think that they should have, waited. I mean, now with Cena uses the AA like crazy, and it's
That's been him.
If you don't kick out of the AA, then really who are you?
Yeah, so at the end of the day, AJ Styles gave it his best shot, hit the phenomenal forearm. He hit the Styles Clash. I know
Twice.
One of them.
He hit Styles Clash.
One of them, he wasn't able to pin him after or something like that. I remember. Yeah, I think he after one of the Styles Clash.
Yeah,
he went to hit the. Yeah, that's how it ended. He hit the Styles Clash, went to hit the forearm, then got caught in the FU, and Cena did the cool double FU where he rolled out.
Yeah.
And so at least he hit him with something new.
Yeah.
But I was telling you, Eddie, when we were watching the pay-per-view, that in the beginning it was a very old Cena feel to that match.
Yeah.
He was literally just aiming for 5 move, the big 5 move Cena that he is. But as he grown, he evolved his style to basically go with the culture it is now with more moves. And you've seen he added that stunner, he added the sunset flip powerbomb, he added a whole bunch of moves to his arsenal. Mm-hmm. I would say right around the time he fought Owens, which he had to for Owens.
Yeah.
But and you saw he started off as the old Cena, and I thought it was beautiful storytelling. He started off as the old Cena, and then as time went and he realized old Cena wouldn't do it, he had to give it his all.
Bring out everything.
Bring out. Not, they always say all his tricks in his bag, but no, he had to almost evolve, and he evolved all throughout the match. You know what I mean? So I thought that was beautiful storytelling. AJ Styles is the best wrestler on the planet. Let's just say that he's so great, and it felt a little weird when Cena did win, but then I told you right after, I was like, that's the best you could get for a Cena victory.
Yeah,
because it's always gonna be that almost like. That almost unsatisfying feeling because Cena won and it's, Cena wins, LOL, you know what I mean? But I thought that's the best you could do for a Cena victory, and I thought it was a great match.
Yeah, but you said that he started, bringing out more tricks once when he first faced Owens. I think it was more when he did the Open Challenge.
Oh,
that
that's
Open
it.
Challenge, yeah. Because those matches for the Open Challenge were really, really good. I remember Zayn versus... Owens.
I mean, I'm sorry. Zayn versus Cena.
Zayn versus
Did they
Cena.
have
Cesaro versus Cena. Yes. Zack Ryder versus Cena.
That was actually an incredible match, too. That was the funny thing.
So, we have, I think Cena is, he's elevating himself. He's not going to leave anytime soon.
I think.
But, I think he's going to be more part-time. Yeah, I think he's going to be more part-time. But... as of him leaving, I don't think it's going to happen. And I think he's going to, take some time, work on his body and, relax himself.
Speaking of his body,
he's an overworker.
Pause. The moments where it was like him almost merging into the new Cena. It almost reminds me of the movie Split. I don't know if any of you guys seen it, but you could watch the guy transform personalities on the screen in like a split second. And when Cena was in the corner and he was flexing and he had a very heel look to him.
No, he really did.
Holy shit, his body. My man had veins on top of veins, and he's so brolic. I don't know how. Do you think that they test him for steroids? Do you think they test everybody?
I don't think they care.
But they hit Randy with it. They hit Roman with it. I feel like they test everybody besides Brock just because Brock's a part-timer.
Yeah.
But goddamn Cena. Holy shit.
And that clothesline he did.
Oh yeah, stiff as hell too, and I like the stiff clotheslines.
Yeah.
Now, what do you see next for these fighters? What do you see next for Styles as well as Cena?
AJ. I don't understand what AJ's gonna do.
I thought, and maybe Nakamura. Maybe they bring Nakamura.
I don't know if they're going to bring
Do we want to see a Bobby Roode Nakamura too? And you're going to have Nakamura be the 3-time NXT champion? Or I don't see them giving him another loss.
Yeah.
Either.
Yeah, no.
So I could see maybe a Nakamura Styles, or this is what I want. And with the Royal Rumble winner being as is, we're not going to say just yet, but the Elimination Chamber match happens. It'll be Cena, Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin. I would say I would want, the match is going to be great. I know that off the top of my head. But I want Samoa Joe to come out and interrupt John Cena and attack him and make him lose the title. So bang, you have that feud going into Mania, and then you have Wyatt winning the Elimination Chamber. I think that would be a beautiful idea, and you'll have John Cena put on a great match with Samoa Joe and give Samoa Joe the victory. I know they said he's in line for a major push. Give Samoa Joe the victory, and he's a heel and he's a believable heel. You know what I mean?
I think I would enjoy more Nakamura versus Cena.
Yeah, but Nakamura's not a heel.
Yeah, you don't need to be a heel
to attack John Cena.
Cena loves wrestling. Cena loves wrestling. He can.
I don't see him losing the title at Elimination Chamber without something being done to him. And I feel like it's a given he's losing it, because I swear to God, if we see Orton versus Cena at WrestleMania 33, I am going. I know. Honestly, I don't think I'll watch WrestleMania on everything. I'm like, I know everybody threatens to cancel this subscription. I won't even cancel it. I just won't watch it, and it's just at a protest almost. I do not want to see that match again. Yeah. I don't care how long it's been. No. So he definitely got to. It
hasn't been that long, because they had their match in Hell in a Cell. I think it was 2000.
Yeah. That was the same one that Roman fought Bray, I think. No,
that was one with Dean and Seth Rollins.
So 2014.
Yeah, 2014. There you go. So, it hasn't been that long, and I don't think we need to see it again. I know they do put on good matches, but it's not something that,
we gotta get these new stars cracking,
Yeah. That's what it is. They're saying new era, so they better start working on the new era.
Itself.
I think not even Kevin Owens, because Kevin Owens, the Raw brand didn't win the
Survivor Series.
Rumble. So,
I don't know.
I think they just should work on the new era. Bray Wyatt's part of that new era. He has been there for a while, but he hasn't. He came from NXT, and when I think of the new era, I'm thinking NXT.
When I think of new era, I think of poorly named half-ass era. But that's what I think of. But I just hope they got plans for Styles. I hope he doesn't fall off the map. And he can't fall off the map. I feel like he held that company down. He was the MVP of 2016.
Yeah.
He was the PWI Wrestler of the Year. He can't be just... He can't get his push stopped now. He just got to keep going. Maybe give him the IC title if you're not going to give him the main title again. Definitely, I want to see him as main champion again, because he was a great champion.
Yeah,
he was a great champion. And honestly, the best thing on SmackDown. And SmackDown is the superior show to me. Exactly. That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
That really is.
And, yeah, like right now, I'm not really happy with Dean as champion. I like The Miz. So having AJ Styles going for the Intercontinental Championship, it wouldn't be that bad. I do not want to see another AJ and Dean, though.
I need to see AJ at the front of the poster of WrestleMania, bro. I really want him to just steal the damn show.
Yeah.
Him and Nakamura could do... that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine the card they could have at Mania. Nakamura versus Styles, Cena versus Joe, Kevin Owens versus Finn. You could keep Reigns and Undertaker, whatever. Brock versus Goldberg.
That 6-man.
I mean, right there is enough. Now. But I feel like I'm still missing more. Orton versus Bray. Like, this is a card.
Yeah.
This really could be a great card, and I promise you it's going to just be watered down, and I'm going to resort back to this podcast when we do our WrestleMania review or a preview or whatever we're going to do, because you got to come up that weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, and we're just going to be like, man, this card had the potential to be great, and it's just okay.
Yeah. I totally agree.
There's no excuses this year. Everybody's healthy. Finn will be back in time. They have their old part-timers. They have their new part-timers. They have the NXT stars. They have their regular stars.
Yeah, and I do not want to see a card that's just ran by part-time players.
The part-timers aren't even that great of wrestlers.
Exactly.
We were... you want to hear something funny? And I could talk about it on my podcast. So we were arguing with... if you guys listen to the other podcasts, the NBA, the Triangle podcast, and the MMA podcast, First Strike, you'll know Jesus, the guy who sounds tired in every episode, and he has funny comments, and that's Jesus. He's always tired, and he's always late, and he always has to delay the podcast. But we argued with him, and he was trying to tell us that wrestling was so much better in the 90s and 2000s. So we basically told him that, yeah, it was more popular, and of course the storylines were better, but a lot of those storylines wouldn't work now. like the whole ministry storyline and whatnot. And we just told him the wrestling now is on a new level. So Jesus decided, because he was very ignorant to the argument, because I don't know if you guys really could understand throughout, like, deeper than our other podcasts, who he really is. Like, he holds on to that nostalgia. Same thing with basketball and MMA for him. So he was holding on to the nostalgia of the 90s, and he hit up one of his managers he was a wrestling trainer. And he said, hey, I got into an argument with some friends about the WWE. They're saying the WWE now is better than the Attitude Era. I'm just wondering your opinion on this. I personally prefer the 90s and 2000s. Hope to hear from you soon. And congrats with everything, blah, blah, blah. And his friend hit him up and said, hey, man, long time no talk. Attitude Era was an anomaly. Nothing currently tops that as far as culturally followed, crowd attendance, and entertainment. On the flip side, WWE is currently showcasing better actual wrestling and overall match quality. So I guess it depends on what you're actually comparing it to, in my opinion, which is exactly what it is. These part-timers can't hang.
Yeah.
Goldberg is a terrible wrestler. We were talking about how bad his spear is.
Yeah. Yeah, that spear, it kept looking like it was really, really delayed. It did not look like it... Well, no, it did look like it hurt.
But the wrong reasons.
For the wrong reasons.
It's too stiff. It's too...
You know, I always go back to that spear that Roman Reigns did in Survivor Series against Shane O'Mac. That looked like Shane his head exploded as soon as he hit the...
granted, Shane got injured, but you gotta take some sacrifices.
You know...
Brock's not getting injured.
Goldberg, his spears, he did it on Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker, and that looked horrible.
The Brock Lesnar one looked terrible.
I honestly don't think the Goldberg and Brock Lesnar match will be any good. I think it'll be a great story, but... that's all it's gonna be. I don't really feel like that would be any good.
You know what? I think it's time to get into the Rumble. And before the podcast, EJ was like, "Yeah, I'm feeling 45 minutes," and I told him, "This is your first podcast. Once you start talking to fans, we're at 40 minutes already."
Oh wow! Okay.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So let's start off with the Rumble. And EJ, I need you to give me my credit on air how I predicted. Just explain that to them, please.
All right. So basically, he said that Enzo and Cass would come out either number 1 or number 2, just so that they can get the crowd riled up with the entrance. Little did we know, Big Cass was coming out at number 1. That was just completely funny to me. Then it was Chris Jericho. We did not expect Chris Jericho to come out.
No, the funny thing is I was like, if I was literally rolling it off my tongue, I was like, maybe Ziggler, or I could even see Chris Jericho. Like, break the walls. I was like, yo, I'm nice. And then I was like, I could see Kalisto entering early. And then I said, who else? I predicted one more. I said Kalisto and
then when Mark Henry, I was Mark Henry hasn't wrestled in a while, and then
Baron Corbin was in the Rumble, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I can see Baron Corbin and Mark Henry having a stare down, and he's like, nah, Mark Henry isn't even in the States right now.
No, but it was Mark Henry and
Braun Strowman. Mark Henry and Strowman, but he was like, yeah, Mark Henry isn't even in the States right now. He's away. I seen it on his Instagram, blah blah blah. And then all you hear is Mark Henry's theme music, and man, it felt good. But let's talk about it. So we said Cass was the first entrant, and then Jericho was number 2. Jericho kept rolling out the whole match.
I really thought that Sami Zayn was gonna come out number 1 and finish, like be the last man standing. I was very disappointed when we found out he was coming out at 8. But, you know, little did we know, he stayed. He stayed pretty much most of the match. I did like that Chris Jericho, he came out at number 2 and he stayed the longest.
Granted, he didn't do anything.
Yeah,
did he eliminate anybody?
To be honest, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember him even eliminating. I thought Braun Strowman, if they really wanted him to look like a monster that he is, I think he should have been the one to take over Roman Reigns' record. I mean, even though they, that's Vince's lap puppy right now, and he loves Roman.
He loves Strowman.
But I think
he loves anything that ends in an omen.
But I think that Strowman should have eliminated so many more people in the Royal Rumble.
The record has been too soon it was broken way too soon to just break it again.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have wanted that. I'm glad at what he did, and then he did end up getting eliminated by Baron Corbin, which I thought was a good look for Baron Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it was Cass, Jericho, Kalisto, Ziggler came out early, put on a good showing.
Ty Dillinger at number 10.
You said Sami Zayn at 8, then thankfully they did what was right in the world. We had Ty Dillinger at number 10. The crowd went crazy. It was like watching dreams come true.
Yeah, it really was.
I'm glad something like something I wanted happened in the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? So yeah, the Royal Rumble kept going. The Miz came in. It was really, we had the great Mark Henry Strowman showdown, and then we had Big Show too.
Big Show, yeah.
Big Show ended up getting eliminated real early by Strowman.
Yeah. And
then I liked the whole story, not the story, but how they did the whole Strowman's elimination. Everybody was teaming up on them, the heels, the faces. Exactly. I mean, that's what they had to do.
I think with Ty Dillinger, he stayed there pretty long.
He had an impressive showing, and the fact you got eliminated by Strowman, you're okay.
You know, exactly.
Now, does he move up to the main roster, or does he stay in NXT? That's to be seen.
Yeah, I don't know how they would bring him into the main roster right now. I don't see. I do see the sense of it. I mean, he keeps losing, and
he's definitely a SmackDown guy, and he's definitely a mid-carder that they need.
Mm-hmm.
So you said a feud with him and Dolph Ziggler would be great.
Yeah,
that would be great.
I think that would be really good.
Dolph Ziggler, him, and the Miz. He really could have some good matches there.
Endless opportunities.
Yeah, I think he's a really good wrestler, and the SmackDown division needs some more mid-card talent.
Mm-hmm.
James Ellsworth happened. Yeah. Which I like what they did with him. He came down, he's kind of shying away. Then Ambrose came out and he did all right, we're gonna go at 3, 1, 2, and Ellsworth just went in the ring and oh my god, he flew.
Yeah.
He flew. He needed we didn't talk about Jack Gallagher, but he needed Jack Gallagher's umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
I love Jack Gallagher's spot too.
Yeah. I was very disappointed. I thought Tyler Bate, or at least Pete Dunne, to show off the UK division would, show up. I'm disappointed they didn't come out. Yeah. I think that was a very big missed opportunity.
Oh, yeah. I think this whole Rumble was missed opportunities, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even think they needed many surprises, though. I think
they didn't need a lot of surprises.
I think, we were really looking at this Rumble, and a lot of the time during it, it was really like, man, everybody in this ring is solidified stars, man. Mm-hmm. They're really this was the most packed Royal Rumble I've seen in a while, and for most of the match, not most Royal Rumbles in general, there's mostly 2-3 guys in it for the whole time, but this had a solid 8 people throughout the whole match almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There wasn't a ton of eliminations everywhere. Even when Goldberg and Lesnar came out, they didn't even eliminate too many people.
Exactly.
If they even got any. Mm-hmm. I think Goldberg might have got a few. I don't think Lesnar got... No, Lesnar laid out everybody.
Lesnar laid out Enzo.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. And then we go and we got Randy Orton at 23. He came after Bray did, right?
Yes. Bray came out at 21.
Bray came in and, 21, you're right. And then Orton came and they formed their little Y Family Alliance. Then Harper came out.
Yeah, that was really interesting. Because Harper, I've been wanting Harper to go on his own.
He'll be another great mid-card talent.
Yeah, exactly. He was Intercontinental champion.
Great fighter.
Yeah, and I do enjoy Harper's matches. I think Harper will strive great into the mid-card. I remember the matches with him and Dolph Ziggler, him and Dean Ambrose. I think those will be really good, matches to show on the SmackDown side. And going forth, I think they will be really good. Him even versus Randy Orton would be fine.
That'd be
as long as Randy Orton's not champion, I think that would be fine. Because I really can't see Luke Harper as a contender for a championship.
On SmackDown, I can. That's what makes a difference. And also, if you give him a championship shot, not that it makes him a main eventer, but it makes him seem like a main eventer. And sometimes, if those lines blur a little bit, it benefits the fighters. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because, you could say AJ Styles was kind of pushed into the main event scene quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it was fine.
It was fine because he was on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And it was right after you had the great matches with Cena, nevertheless. But, so Luke Harper came out and immediately it was like him and he actually ignored Orton in the beginning. Then Orton like kind of came at Harper a little bit, and you thought it was all three of them facing off, Wyatt, Harper, and Orton, and all of a sudden Harper hit his lariat.
Yeah.
On Wyatt,
which I love, by the way.
I enjoyed a lot. And then oh my God, when he teased that Sister Abigail.
Yeah, that was really, really cool.
That was beautiful, bro.
Now, the question is, I know, I don't know if Eric Rowan is still injured, but I wonder where this puts him, because he's on under SmackDown. So
hopefully that puts him.
Does that mean the Wyatt family are officially splitting up, and then Luke Harper and Eric Rowan go on their own?
Or maybe Eric Rowan just joins Orton and Wyatt, however long that's gonna last.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And exactly, however long that's gonna last, because
everybody, Rowan can't survive on his own, and he's not a good wrestler. So I don't know what they'll do to him. They might be able to have him as like Wyatt's lapdog, but I wouldn't want to see a family of two people.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I really don't know. But Harper, he got eliminated. I don't think any of the Wyatts eliminated him, or Wyatt. I want to say it was Lesnar. A lot happened. We can't remember it all.
Yeah.
But then after that, I think Lesnar came out at 25. Was it? Yeah, he was 25.
No, 26. 26.
He was 26. And then he dominated. He did what Lesnar does. And Rusev was smart. He stayed away. Handsome Ruru came out in a face mask too. So I don't know if that's a real injury or not.
I think he broke his nose. I forgot.
That's what they said. But is it kayfabe? Kayfabe is dead. It's not a real injury. But what's it called? So yeah, Lesnar did his thing, and then 27 spot came, and they wasted it on Enzo. And as soon as he came out, because we were trying to calculate like who was next. Mm-hmm. Ironically, Goldberg, but who was next the whole time? We were like, all right, man, maybe they got a surprise to fit Samoa in, because we thought Samoa was locked. We were like, all right, Samoa's gonna come out, and maybe they have Triple H in, maybe they have Finn in. Maybe what if Kurt Angle comes out? Like, you know what I mean? The fact that it was so star-studded, we didn't need too many surprises. We just needed one really big one that wasn't Ty Dillinger. I love Ty Dillinger, but that was a little predictable almost too.
Yeah.
And that 27 spot was really wasted at Enzo. We didn't really need a comedy act there. He just got eliminated real early. It didn't bring any. That ruined it for me a lot.
Yeah.
Cause then I was because you got excited. Goldberg came out, squashed Lesnar again. Mm. What did you see with that going on?
This is just being it's weird, and it's gonna be a waste of our time. If this happens again at Mania or Fastlane, I would be pissed off. Goldberg still has 2 more matches left in his contract.
I think he got. I don't know if he got a match at Fastlane or an appearance.
But he has 2 matches. That's under his contract. He has 2 matches.
Well,
so I don't know.
He'll get a squash at Fastlane.
You think he'll be against who? Would it be against Lesnar?
I mean, what I could see, maybe they do the Owens match, which would buy Owens some time as well. And then Lesnar comes and interrupts. Okay. And messes that up. And also, we get to see Owens and Brock in the ring at the same time, which I like.
Yeah.
So, and Owens versus Goldberg, I would want to see Owens talking shit, and that'll also be good. That'll bring Owens into the main light a little more. Mm-hmm. So that could both benefit both of them. Just don't destroy Owens too bad. I know I don't think Goldberg's winning the championship at all, but don't destroy Owens' credibility like that.
Yeah.
But what I see at Mania is Lesnar is gonna completely squash Goldberg. It's gonna be a minute long. Okay. And that's what they need on that long card, because they got so much that could happen. They need a little squash match. The promo package, I promise you, is going to be longer than the match. Lesnar's going to squash him. He's gonna get it back, and he's just going to look like an animal again. That's all it was. It was a good story, and the thing is, it kept Lesnar busy, which is good, because a lot of the times I'm like, yo, what can Lesnar do? Because he could really bury a lot of the talent, and he doesn't need to at this point of his career.
Did you love the Survivor Series ending?
Mixed feelings.
Yeah. I found that
it had me shocked, and that's kind of rare in wrestling nowadays. Yeah. So I enjoyed that aspect. I just kind of felt bad that it wasn't a youngin coming for that spot. If Samoa Joe did that in a minute and 23 seconds, that would have been the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
but the fact that it was Goldberg, you know what? It got people talking about WWE, and that's what they needed. You know what I mean? They drew record ratings for the year the next day, and so at least they did that. But that's all it did for me. It had me talking, had me shocked.
Like for the Royal Rumble,
I don't think it hurt Lesnar.
They should have at least started tussling. Instead,
I like it. I like it. Maybe Goldberg is Brock's kryptonite.
That would be good, but I do not want to see it as a
Neither do I.
10-second match. Having Brock Lesnar as your solidified beast, then getting beaten up all the time by Brock. Yeah, by an old man. Nonetheless, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, but so 27 came out, 28 Goldberg. All that happened. What can I say? He's in great shape. 29 came out, Undertaker.
I wouldn't say he's in great shape though. He's struggled a little with Sami Zayn putting him into the jackhammer. Just letting that be put out there. Yeah.
But he looks good at least.
Yeah, no, he does look good. He does look good.
For a 50-year-old guy, he looks good.
Yeah.
Looks better than Undertaker does. Undertaker doesn't look right in that ring right now.
Yeah, and I honestly, I know I probably will get a lot of heat for this, but I am tired of The Undertaker.
I don't think you should get any heat for that because I agree, and I'm very tired of The Undertaker.
Yeah,
the gimmick doesn't really work now.
Exactly. It doesn't work, and if you're not gonna put over a younger person, talent. I do not want to see you still wrestle. Mm-hmm. I find that stupid. I understand Undertaker does draw ratings, but I would like to see somebody like Finn Balor get put over by the Undertaker. Yeah, you have the Dead Man versus the Demon. It would be great, and I think that's a move that needs to be made. And then let's talk about number 30.
All right, so number 30 came out. I wish you guys could all see my Snapchat because number 30 is coming out, bro. We had our phones out already. Yo, is it Samoa? Maybe Finn came back early. Oh shit, maybe it's Kurt Angle. Yo, what if it's Triple H? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who is it?
Roman fucking Reigns.
Roman fucking Reigns. Alright, guys, I was a Roman Reigns fan. I am a Roman Reigns fan. But after that, I said, fuck this guy. I am tired of him. He was already in the main event. Why didn't we have Styles? I don't know if this is as loud as it is in the microphone as it is up here, but oh my God, was I frustrated.
Yeah, that honestly, from a good Royal
Rumble.
I
love the Royal Rumble. We didn't have a good Royal Rumble in years. This was the best Royal Rumble I recall since 2008, which, granted, that was only good because of the surprise at the end. Mm-hmm. Which this could have been great because it had a good match the whole way through, and if it would have had a surprise at the end, it could have topped that one. Yeah. It could have been the best Royal Rumble in a decade.
And I think that was the most, energy draining thing of all time. I felt so drained. I was like, oh, come on, man. Are you serious? I even walked out of the room for a second because I just couldn't believe it. I was like, we understand Vince loves Roman Reigns.
He couldn't expect anything else. What the hell did he expect?
Yeah, I don't understand. And then I thought maybe, okay, well, Undertaker's in there. They had that whole stare down. Okay, that could have been done some other time. It's not WrestleMania season yet. They could have, it is the road to WrestleMania. Right. Don't get me wrong, but it could have been done on Raw. It could have been done on a fast lane. And I do not need to see Roman versus Taker right now. And then having him eliminate Taker, okay, that was cool.
I was fine with that.
That was cool, yeah, because I was like, maybe Roman Reigns is going to go heel, which everybody seems to want. Well, except for the kids.
Fuck the kids!
Fuck the kids. But I did not need Roman Reigns to come out at 30. He could have came out at 27, and that would have been totally fine. But not 30. That's the one where everybody's, up on their seats waiting. Nobody's waiting for fucking Roman Reigns.
Not anymore. No. We would have done this back in 2014. Would have been great.
If you heard the crowd, the crowd booed him like crazy.
As they should have.
Yeah. And
also it's conflicting the storyline. As soon as Strowman came out during the Owens and Reigns fight, I was like, oh, Strowman Roman.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not bad. I was like, that could be. I don't think it was. I like the Roman Brock match at Mania. Maybe he could get that energy back and do the same thing.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, Roman Reigns is, he's
a great wrestler.
Yeah, he's done great.
Everybody got to stop lying and acting like he's not a great wrestler.
Yeah,
he's one of the best. He's not gonna be a technician. He's not gonna be a high flyer. He's gonna be a powerhouse. Mm-hmm. And he's better than Batista.
Yeah,
he's better than a lot of powerhouses we've seen. Mm-hmm. He's the best powerhouse I can think off the top of my head, to be honest. I enjoy his wrestling a lot.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
And he powerhouse. People like Batista. Like you get the test. You get the you know what I mean. Like those type of fighters, and he has more talent than all.
Yeah, and like he's adapted well. He's very young, so it's very good that he
has a great look to him.
Exactly.
But guess what, Vince? He's not fucking clicking. You could have done this another time, another way.
Yeah.
If you would have gave that spot to Samoa Joe or Finn Balor, they would have been gods off top. If they would have eliminated Undertaker, have that. All right, listen. I wrote it down. If Finn Balor, let me look into my notes real quick. I said that. Let me find it because it's really just frustrating. If Finn could have just came and eliminated Undertaker, he didn't even have to win the Royal Rumble. If he did, great. Yeah. If he didn't, he had the Undertaker storyline.
But that's the same thing with Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe wouldn't have to win the Royal Rumble. It was just the fact that he showed up. Like everybody would just start marking out.
Bro, imagine the 30 hit and then you saw Finn Balor's entrance.
Yeah.
You know what that would have done? Granted, all right, hold on. Maybe, all right, fine. Finn's injured. He's still, all right, cool. No Finn. Kurt Angle's injured. He's not going to get cleared. Okay, no Kurt Angle. I don't want to see Triple H. Samoa fucking Joe. You could have had him. I love Reigns, too, and that's what's messed up. And I don't even mind the Reigns and Taker match.
Yeah.
It didn't ruin the Rumble for me. It just, you said it drained my energy, and that's really what it was. People are saying the Royal Rumble was a bad card. I thought this pay-per-view was good.
Yeah, it had good matches.
It was good.
Yeah.
I think every match besides the Styles match was good because I think the Styles match was great.
Correct.
And the Royal Rumble, I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Close to great. It would have been one of the best Royal Rumbles I was alive to witness. Granted, I'm young. Would have been one of the best Royal Rumbles I was alive to witness if the correct finish would have happened with Samoa Joe coming out. I don't even mind that. Oh, let's finish our recap, I guess. At the end of that, Reigns eliminated or Undertaker, and then it was Jericho, Reigns, Wyatt, Orton. That was the final four. Mm-hmm. Jericho got eliminated by Reigns. Same with Wyatt, and then for that split second, I was like, if Reigns wins this fucking Royal Rumble, I don't even curse like this, guys. Go back to the other podcast. I'm the most somber one. I'm the guys, get it together. Come on, we gotta be composed.
Yeah.
But fuck that. If Roman Reigns would have won, oh my God, Kayfabe wouldn't have been the only thing dead because I would have too.
Yeah, that I'm glad that Randy won. I wish it was Bray. That would have solidified Bray.
Yeah.
That's the win Bray might have needed.
I like that you said might have.
Yeah, might have because Bray needed a couple of wins. With the one 31 against Undertaker.
Of wins.
Yeah.
He needed a bunch of wins.
And like if they want to make Bray the new Undertaker or whatever the hell they're trying to do with Bray, I think Bray should have gotten that win against Undertaker. He should have won the Royal Rumble. Even against Cena, he should have beaten. He beat Cena a couple times, but that Cena won that rivalry. So I think Bray needs these wins to solidify him more as a main eventer and a master heel. Like we don't in SmackDown we don't have a lot of heels. The only ones is the Miz and AJ. Everybody else and Baron Corbin. Everybody else, they're not really
they're faces
that good. Dolph Ziggler is trying to transition, which I've been hoping for a while, and the only thing is people are cheering for Dolph Ziggler because they're putting him against people that nobody cares about.
Thing is, we live in an era where the heels are gonna get cheered and the faces are gonna get booed.
Yeah.
So what we gotta do is we're already at an hour and 5, so let's go like another 5 minutes and wrap this up because I do have to head to work too, and I want to get this up before I leave. I hope they turn Reigns, and but it's like it's becoming like the John Cena myth of him being turned.
Okay.
I hope they turn Reigns. They had the whole him telling Undertaker, "This is my yard." Undertaker said, "I'm not through with you." I would love if the next day he came on Raw and said, "You guys want me to be the bad guy? I'll be the bad guy."
Yeah.
WrestleMania 33, I'm gonna retire the Undertaker's old ass.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. I think that should happen.
Imagine like he said that. He was like, "My whole career, you guys haven't done me a single favor, but I still got love for you. That I'm gonna do one more, and Undertaker's gonna be a dead man for real." That would be badass. Let me write this. Like, come on. That would be great.
Yeah, no, that would be amazing.
Get Reigns to be the heel. He's going to be the heel in the situation anyways.
I'm really speechless after that. that was great. So,
and then you do that, and then again, what we said in Elimination Chamber, have Wyatt win, which I agree with you. Wyatt should have won the Royal Rumble. It would have bring a new winner. Yeah. Batista won in the last. Batista, Cena, and Triple H and Orton won in the last 6 years. Really think about that, bro. We're stuck in the 2000s here.
Yeah,
it's a new era. Wyatt should have got the victory. It would have boosted him more. But it is what it is. I don't mind it. Wyatt should win the championship at Elimination Chamber and beat Orton at Mania.
Yeah, I think he should beat Orton. I don't think Randy Orton needs that title anymore.
He needs to win. And whether maybe Harper, maybe Wyatt is ahead of Orton. And maybe he's ahead of Orton, and he like that whole Harper thing was his like kind of ruse. Yeah. And maybe Harper comes back, and that's how he wins.
What do you think Wyatt's gonna do on SmackDown?
I don't know.
That's something I've been wondering because it wasn't Randy's fault that
Randy has been loyal to him.
Yeah.
And they're great together.
Yeah, no, they are.
That whole Sister Abigail, like the position leading into the RKO.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's one of the moves that gives me goosebumps. And it's simple. It's just, it's almost like just the whole narrative of it. Like, oh my God, two characters mixing together, the Viper and the Wyatt.
And then you got to think about it. Do you really want Randy to go up against
Cena?
No, against Bray Wyatt to break up that?
That's what I'm saying.
That thing. Like, it doesn't have to be Cena to win the Elimination Chamber, and it doesn't have to be Bray. It can be somebody else.
But if it is Styles, they could have just had Styles keep the championship for that.
Yeah.
I don't mind seeing an Orton Styles match at all.
Exactly.
But if Orton isn't facing Wyatt, then it was pointless for him to win this Royal Rumble. It really was pointless, and it kind of they went really safe, and they got to stop being safe.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They got to understand that us fans are smarter than what we were then, and we don't like these people anymore, and we like the risk. And if the risk doesn't pan out, it's been more risky doing the safe moves than it'll be doing the risky moves.
That's correct. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, we want to risk. Everybody was excited because this could be the Royal Rumble. Yo, what the hell is going to happen?
Like, they're safe with other superstars, but they're not safe with Roman. They push him. They're trying to just shove him down the throats of people. Cena, I like Cena now. Cena, everything they're doing with Cena, I do like. That United States Open Challenge was amazing. I don't think he would do it for the WWE Championship, but it would be fun to see if he did.
Real quick, Styles and Shane McMahon That's rumored to be a match at Mania. Pray to God that isn't.
Yeah, I do not want to see Shane McMahon wrestle.
I think it will still
They're supposed to be focusing on the wrestlers, not the freaking general managers.
That's the problem with Raw, and we will talk about that. I'm sure this episode of Raw will have its downs with Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie will be facing off with Seth Rollins, which, due to time constraints, we're already at hour 10. We'll talk about that next podcast, which we will have out tomorrow, guys. Now that my man EJ is up for a few days, and I promise you we're going to bust out podcasts.
Correct.
Because this is what we've been dying to do. This was the inspiration for the whole channel. It started off with wrestling, and then it just happened that I love NBA, and I got friends who love MMA, and I'm kind of into it too, so everything worked out as is. And my man EJ, I kept saying that I'm going to do a gaming channel too with WWE.
So
it's going to be with him.
That. Yeah, it's going to be with him. Keep an eye on that. That's going to be really fun. Cause...
we put on phenomenal matches. I promise
you. Yeah, so keep an eye on that. Out for that. And
how you like doing the podcast? It's fun, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
Bro, we're at an hour 10. Time flies. Time really flies.
Yeah, no, that's really fun.
Guys, this was really thrown on the spot because I wasn't even expecting EJ to stay. He literally just told me yesterday, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Kayfabe Is Dead. I thought of that name this morning. EJ liked it. I liked it. We don't have a cover yet. This is all on the fly. But
we will have a cover next week.
Yeah, we'll have a cover as soon as
even maybe for Monday Night Raw we might have a cover.
Yeah,
we gotta work some things out, but
yeah, we're not the best graphic designer. You know what I mean? But we did get our main All of the Above Entertainment logo done, so that'll be the cover for this one. Guys, follow us on iTunes, follow us on SoundCloud, YouTube, All of the Above ENT. Just thank you for all the support so far. Keep it up. I hope you enjoyed this because this, I know off the top of my head, is going to be the most fun I have.
Yeah.
The wrestling is what I'm the most passionate about. This and NBA is what I'm most passionate about, and I love doing them both. And man, my man EJ, he's like a brother to me, so it's going to be great.
It's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun.
So definitely stay tuned. And that's all I got to say. Fuck Roman Reigns. All right, guys. Have a good one. We're out.
All right, we're out.